Welcome back, everybody. Now you might be asking, why am I eating French food? The answer is simple. I'm trying to relive my life back in France. I've got the food, I've got the music, now all I need is some sort of French entertainment. A French game should do the trick. Aha, I know. Let's grab something from my bag of Frenchness that I conveniently have right next to me. Okay, and we've got... Damn it! I hate this game. I forgot it's French. The French are clearly bad at a lot of things that are not related to dessert, and this is one of them. Back in the bin, this goes. Let's try that again. And we got ourselves, a piece of paper with the words XXL2 on them. I know what this is for. Let's do this.
Let's go!
Okay, for those of you Americans who don't live in Europe, allow me to explain. Asterix is a French comic book line introduced back in the late 50s. This franchise has also expanded into cartoons, films, food, marketable merchandise, and even an amusement park. But in our case, we're talking about the video game. This follows the adventures of a goulash warrior in the Roman Republic. No wonder people on this side of the ocean have no clue who he is. This concept is just way too boring. Well, if you go up to any French person and ask them if they know this guy, they will most likely respond with a, "Oh bah oui, of course I know this guy, he's very popular." Similar to how a lot of Americans know who Bugs Bunny is. Now this game I'll talk about is actually a remake from a PS2 game. Now this remake released on all digital platforms in 2018, with physical copies in Europe only, but has recently been localized in the United States last November. But they changed the name to Roman Rumble in Los Vampum because the original title was just too confusing. The setting of this game is a knockoff version of Las Vegas. I like that concept. If you were to ever rip off a place, Vegas is the one. If you go to your local Walmart, there's bound to be a copy you can pick up for around 20 bucks. Now this game was a platformer beat-em-up made in 2006, and is a pretty solid game. The gameplay is solid, but the fighting can get repetitive from time to time. You do have a pretty diverse moveset and hard to explain combo system, so it can be interesting, but can get bland after using it for a while. The moveset consists of punches, slide kicks, ground pounds, and sending out a dog to attack. What I like is that if you stun enemies, you can pick them up and start spinning them in the air and use them as a whip. Yeah, fight fire with fire, or in this case, Roman with Roman. This is probably the easiest attack to perform and has a very long range. You can also throw an enemy at another enemy, which is brilliant. The form of currency in this game are helmets of the fallen soldiers, which you can use to purchase new attacks, health boosts, stat boosts, and figurines. There are also 35 diamond helmets you can find by exploring, and postcards with some pictures. There is even a system where you can get a prize by performing a certain chain of attacks on an enemy. And some pretty gnarly power-ups to make him OP. A perfect candidate for Smash Brothers. But that's just the base game. There is way more to it. The year was 2006, and the market was littered with run-of-the-mill cartoon platformers. The question back then was how to make a memorable and fun one. So why not do the unthinkable and have everything? No, they really decided to add everything. No joke. Now this was the original box art. Look familiar? Yup, it's a parody of the GTA games. Oh! I can just imagine the kids back then asking for GTA for Christmas, but was mistakenly given this game. Now the box art has changed for the remake to avoid confusion, but then changed again for American audiences. Why do we need a box art change? Now let's look at the completely original and definitely not ripped off aspects of this game. Let's start with the enemies. We have these Roman soldiers, which are generic enemies in this game, like Goombas in Mario. They're the most common ones and are pretty easy to take down, so they get a pass. There is also this completely original character with a red hat and overalls. His attack is a water gun backpack, which I definitely haven't seen in any other popular games from a purple lunchbox that was conveniently popular at the time. We also have this fighter that shoots fire out of his hands. I feel like he should be in a 2D fighting game. Now this blue guy has rings for weapons, and spins around in circles to deliver messages. We should totally remove his visor and give him a snout and human teeth, and this could be a great film character. Now this guy is really cool, because he doesn't have any arms or legs, just a floating head, torso, with floating hands and feet. The only way to remove him is by ground pounding him, which definitely does not resemble bouncing off enemies to kill them. Oh, there's this guy with a yellow shield that looks like a pizza with a slice missing. Let's put him in Smash. Oh, and there's Larry Croft. This guy is very original and should be friends with Nathan Drake. He's the henchman to the main antagonist, Julius Caesar. Apparently stabbing him wasn't enough to remove him. And those were most of the enemies. Really cool, really original. But the originality doesn't stop there. Let's look at some of the scenery, shall we? This guy looks like a raccoon thief. And this bomb with a face is pretty useful. Ooh, this must be one of those clong things Bobby was talking about in Paper Mario. Ah, it's a something. Let's call it Cash Banuka. That name seems fitting. Whoa, look at that head and massive space alien thing. Let's put them in Smash. Oh look, it's a fox and a robot spoon. Now that's unique. I've never seen green pipes and colorful blocks in a game before. Ooh, I know, that's that green guy from the Faces of Evil. Wow, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. This game is definitely worth playing if you love looking for secrets and Easter eggs. And no joke, there are way too many Easter eggs to be found. This game clearly parodies way too much. And that is what makes it fun. Now the third game in the series released not too long ago and is more combat focused and doesn't have many secrets. But at least it has a free demo. And the first game is non-existent. But this game has its own identity by parodying the good stuff. Now what other game besides Lego and Smash has this many Easter eggs? And clearly the moral of the story is, if you want a memorable game, rip off everything else. That'll get it for you. Now since I played this game in my second language, the story was a little bit hard to understand. But luckily there are multiple languages to choose from, so go try it and see how many secrets you can find. Some of them are pretty well hidden. Now if only I had an actual egg for every single Easter egg in this game. And look at that! I do have enough Easter eggs! Guess I'll be having omelets for weeks.